Hi, everybody, and welcome to SunBurst Tarot, where today I want to take a look into a blind item that came across my feed and Twitter and a couple other places, and I want to see, did Chris Evans actually cheat on his wife, Alba? And they just gave birth to their first child not even like a month ago. Couple months ago. Like a couple weeks ago. Like what? So I want to take a look into is this just a rumor? Is this what's going on? So without further ado, let's take a look. But reminder, everything that I'm saying is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. So no facts here, y'all, just my opinions, psychic downloads, and the such. So if you want to use what I'm saying to help form your own thoughts, opinions, and conclusions, please do so. If you don't want to, you don't have to. So with that, let's take a look into Chris Evans. Did he cheat on his wife? Just weeks after giving birth to their first baby? Let's see. Well, Lovers is up, right? So, why is this here? From a material or evidentiary standpoint? Hopes and fears? Unseen obstacles? Negative influences? Positive influences? Here in the past? Here in the future? At the bottom? Okay. So, looking at this, yeah, I think he did cheat. Allegedly, conspiracy, whatever. I'm just going to grab a clarifier. Because at the center of it, it's their relationship. Why is this? Because the magician. We're trying to bring about new things. We're trying to bring out new things about relationships, dynamics. Why is this? Because we want to bring out new things. We want to manifest. We want to talk about. Is he cheating? Well, I want to manifest and create new opportunities. Take my wand. In this deck, look at it. Like the only thing he's really holding. So in the traditional tarot, when you see the magician upright, they have the cup, right? They have a cup. They have the cup. They have the cups. They have the wands. They have the swords. They have the pentacles. All, excuse me, all in the card. In this card in particular, he's holding the wand way up, and look at what's kind of flying out from the top. Wands can be very phallic in nature, because from a material influence evidentiary standpoint, he's the one who wears the pants. What I say goes. The hopes here is he wants to live some sort of double life with this world. It's two different people, right? You have Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. I want to start a new cycle. I want to start things new. But in this card, it makes me feel like double life. Hopes and fears. I want to live a double life. I live this relationship over here and this relationship over here. The unseen obstacle. You kind of got caught with your pants down. With the Hermit card reverse, this is all about taking action. But this, to me, when I see the Hermit, I like to look at it as, well, it's time to, the dark night of the soul is over. It's time to pick up, move on, go to the next thing. Because the negative influence here is a Chariot. You can't move. Your ego, your pride, you're kind of feeling a little bit scattered all over the place. There might have been issues with like moving or going from one place to another or the meeting location. Because what's going for it? Am I going to say it's actually cheating? I almost feel like, to me, they have a very open relationship. Alba and Chris have a very open relationship. When I see the Hierophant reverse, this is like alternative lifestyles, non-traditional relationships. So I wonder if they just go and they have a very open relationship. So I wonder if it's actually cheating or if it's like, oh, we got an open relationship. Because here in the past, yeah, we're going to avoid disaster. We don't want things coming out. We're just going to keep her trucking along instead of like a big fight or arguing about something. Let's just move into an open relationship. And here in the future, we don't want, it's like, well, this is something we just want to keep to ourselves. This is something we don't want to put out to the public. Like, We just want to keep it for ourselves because they're pretty much they're happy with this relationship. It's very open. Because you're at the bottom of the deck, yeah, they have a very non-traditional relationship. It's not just man, woman, child. Nah, it's pretty open. Uh, some would maybe call it a swingers thing, potentially, allegedly, conspiracy, whatever. Someone just call it someone would just call it just very simply an open relationship. I think that's what they kind of have. They both kind of live this double life where, or at least he does, where it's like he gets to go and be with. And it feels like this is pretty well known in Hollywood circles. Like, it's, but why would they say, oh, he's cheating on his wife? Well, it doesn't feel like cheating. It feels like they got a real open marriage. And it's kind of normal, in my opinion. But, so I want to take a look at how do these two feel about each other? So I'm going to grab three cards. This is the Shadow Love Tea Oracle deck by Vibe About It. Come on. Vibe About It. They have an Etsy store. I don't know if this deck is available on their store anymore, but that's where I got it from. So let's just take a look. 3 cards. How does Chris feel about Alba? And then how does Alba feel about Chris? 3 cards. Alrighty. So let's take a look here and see, how does Chris feel about Alba? Wanderer, openly flirts with others in front of significant other. Touchy-feely, pretends to be single, leads others on, attention. Seeker, okay, so this is his handler. All right, got it. She is his handler. Also, when I see that eye, this is my triangle people eye. If you look on a dollar bill and you look at the triangle in it, well, what's in the middle of it? I'm just going to leave it at that. How else does he feel? Negging, makes others prove their worthiness in a relationship, insults others on the guise of constructive criticism, compares others. And different page. Doesn't want the same things anymore as once did. Different viewpoints on how to raise children or child and live their life. Interesting, considering they just had a child together. Interesting. I don't know if he feels like he's in it, like this is a healthy relationship. I don't think he sees Alba, if he feels like Alba's changed the tune. Also, I think Alba is his handler, in my opinion. Emasculates him to some point. Also, is just like always telling him, you do this, you do this, you do this. When, I don't know, we'll just go with that. How does Alba feel about Chris? Stingy. Penny pinches, does not give up their money willingly, prefers to go Dutch or split everything down the middle, spends other people's money. Interesting. Remember, has a soft spot for X regardless of new person in their life. Feels jealous of X moving on faster than they did. When Chris and Alba got married, like, was Chris dating anyone before this? And if they were, like, did they get married, like, not too long before, like, his ex get married before, like, or, like, get engaged, and then, like, he did right away? Because, And how else? Pain principle. Gets off on others' pain and suffering. Enjoys seeing other people fail or not succeed. Likes to feel superior as if they're winning. Interesting. What's the dynamic between the two of them? Intuition. Come on. Uses their intuition and follows through based on it. Psychic, able to read people very well, but sometimes second guesses. So I think on a couple different levels when we're looking at both of them, I'm also looked at the bottom of the deck here, and it's the sweet spot: obsessive, wanting more, super needy, codependent, over the top, show off, laying it on thick, love bombs, too much too soon. So, I don't know about their relationship, but it feels like to me when I'm looking at this, it's a little toxic. And that these two, one feels like you aren't the person that I was when I married you. The other one is like, you can't get over your ex. But apparently, I think these two have like really good makeup, like bow chicka wow wow. And like these two, like they get each other really well, or they read each other's motivations really well. The best way I can put this is these are two individuals that are extremely people pleasing, and two people pleasers got together with one another, and so like they've loved bomb one another. So now that they are in like a codependent toxic like I need you, you need me, we can't be together, now we need to be together. Like they can't get away from one another because they are both like super people pleasing. So like they both let each other kind of like run over one another and their boundaries. But then like they come together because it's like, well, but you understand me like nobody else does. Like that's the vibe I get from these two. Like they are not healthy. Like these are both two very unhealed people when it comes to their relationship and their dynamic. And I'm not seeing breakup. Ooh. But I am seeing that these two definitely are on two different pages when in terms of where they're kind of moving in the future. And so I wonder if this open let's see, why did they choose the open relationship? Because this feels like it wasn't an open relationship in the beginning. Okay. So like again, I'm not seeing cheating per se, but let's take a look. Let's take a look. Open relationship question mark? Queen of Cups. Sorry about that. Does work take these two away from each other a lot? Uh because yeah. Okay, so why did these two choose an open relationship? Looking here in the past, we have the Two of Cups. These two were in a very healthy, like it feels like monogamous relationship. They were in agreement, they were in sync. In the present, though, it does feel like one of them does have a lot of emotional imbalance. This could be her, this could be him. And I get that this is like has to do with work a little bit. Someone is always on the move. Someone's always traveling, and it feels like someone's lonely. Lonely, they're codependent, like they have a lot of wallowing, they're super imbalanced. And so but someone's always at work. So it's like, well, I need somebody. And if like so like it's easier if like I just have this person, let's just do an open relationship here. So like you stop because someone's like really needy and really clingy. Because the hopes and fears here is that this decision that they made, like they want I get it that one person's always wanting to make money and always go and work, and they're always flying around and doing things because the unseen obstacle, someone's always at work. That's the Eight of Coins, right? Negative influence here, though, is the High Priestess. Someone is really not saying what they really want. Someone's not telling the entire truth. This is missing information, meaning someone's being kept in the dark, withholding secrets about this open relationship and why they really wanted it. However, it has definitely evened out. It's definitely taken away part of like a major issue in their relationship, which I believe is intimacy, not like bow chicka wow wow knocking boots between the sheets type of energy, but like physical intimacy, emotional intimacy. Like this is what someone's been craving and is needed, and so like having an open relationship to me is like like in this energy, like makes a lot of sense. It's definitely brought them closer together. Like it's like I can't get everything that I need from you, so if we have this open relationship, I can go get what I need from a different person, but I still am with you at the end of the day. We're building up a family, divine love. Here in the future with the King of Swords, doing it by the book, legal matters. I mean, this could be Chris, this could be like, this is like, okay, let's get this in writing, regimented, legal summons. It seems like this to me, like, why did they do it? I think it started with somebody being like, I need more, and someone's like, well, I can't give you more because I got to do all this, and then, well, then they came up with this compromise. And like now that this person in the future, I don't know if this is someone like new that's coming in that's like going to be like their third or something. Like I don't, or it could be someone's partner, like additional partner. Like that's what this is kind of feeling like, at least to me. And now they're going to get this in like writing. So like this to me feels like it's just an open relationship, and the reason why we did this is because you couldn't give me everything that I needed, and instead of us divorcing, well, why don't we just open relationship it up, and it works for them. So why are we getting a blind item saying, oh, Chris is cheating? um why are we getting that out here? Now I'm curious. So let's take a look. Why are we getting that from Chris? Of like, Chris is cheating on Alba? Why is this a blind item? Why? Oh, this comes from her. Or maybe not from her, but someone in her camp. Yep, because here it is again, that Hierophant, non-conforming, unconventional life choices, alternative lifestyles, freedom, challenging the status quo. Again, they have an open relationship. Again, looking here in the present though, they have an open relationship, and it feels to me, why did this come out into the open? It's because it feels like it's somebody in her camp saying, what do you mean Chris isn't here? What do you mean he isn't here taking care of his wife and his child? That's what this is feeling like. It's like, why isn't he here? Like, it almost feels like it's a mom or a dad or a friend, and like they called, hey, how's Chris? How's everything going? They're like, oh, he's not here. He's with the other one. And they're like, what do you mean? You just gave birth like 3 weeks ago. What do you mean he isn't there? And so then that's what this came out. Because it's like they got real upset, feeling like, you left your wife alone, who just had your child, alone, taking care of said child when she's 3 weeks postpartum. But yes, no. This feels like it's like that's what this is feeling like. Because in the center of it, it's like emotional mistreatment, negative karma, connections, energetic codependency. It's the devil reversed, right? Why is this? Because you aren't learning from your past mistakes, buddy. This is something like, again, where it feels like Alba is like needy in some ways, Chris is needy in other ways. So like both of them need to go get what they need from, they can't get everything that they need from each other, so they go to other people for whatever those needs are. Because from the material influences up here, we have the Chariot, blocked by obstacles. Why did this come out? Because somebody's not getting, because like you a dummy dumb. Because again, hopes and fears. We need you to get you on the same page. Ace of Swords upright, Epiphany, clarity. We want to tell the truth here. We need to tell the truth about what's going on without telling you what's really going on. Like again, this is a non-traditional relationship. However, the unseen obstacle here, someone's very arrogant, very unpredictable. Also, someone just held a grudge and jealous about this whole situation. I also do feel that whoever this friend is that leaked this out from Alba's camp, in my opinion here, they don't like Chris. I think they see Chris as a playboy. They're like, why do you marry him? Why did you have his kid? I don't think they like him a lot. Also, There is a male, it seems like, also around Alba that's like, why would you choose him over me? Like, there's some jealousy there of why would you choose Chris Evans instead of me? Because the negative influence here with the Five of Swords, this is someone who's very, very close and in my opinion, wants to try and make amends and unexpected and prizes, and they're trying to like give this as a gift, but in reality it's not a gift, it's a backstab betrayal in my opinion. Because what's going for the situation, it's time to look ahead, positive change, we need to get to recovery, acceptance, moving on, turning point. Five of Coins reversed. This is like we're getting out of the woods, but also we're trying to reinvest back into this relationship, trying to get money, trying to get. This also could be someone who's like, yeah, I need a little bit of money, and I give you some tea about this as well. Because here in the past, again, unconventional lifestyles, and here in the future, broken dreams. Why did they do this? I do feel like somebody's like, we need to get this all put back together for the kids' sake, but y'all, these two are not gonna, they do not have a healthy parenting dynamic. And in doing so, or even a healthy relationship dynamic, in my opinion. So, like, this is going to be kind of a screwy Louie situation. I wouldn't doubt if these two would get a divorce in the next few years. That's what it kind of feels like. And then they're going to have, like, a custody agreement that's going to be actually kind of toxic. And, like, we would see, like, a headline or a blind item saying, yeah, there's this person. Oh boy. There's a washed up Hollywood actor who's actually really mean to his baby mama, or not baby mama, but his ex, and really makes things tough on her in terms of like child support and custody agreements. And it would be Chris Evans. Allegedly conspiracy, whatever. Also, I know that he's been getting real jacked as of late, and people are like, is he going, like, is there something coming up with, like, Avengers Endgame, or, like, a new Avengers thing, and they need him for it? Because I'm also seeing that whatever he did, like, whatever, like, training regimen he's on, it's also, like, spiked his libido back up, and it's like, I can't keep up with you, I'm pregnant, I can't keep up with you, and he's had to go to other places to keep that in check, allegedly. Okay, so next, and this is going to be the last poll I do, I just want to do a general check-in on their relationship, and kind of just go, what other information can we learn about their relationship, their dynamics, things that we are allowed to know, or actually, you know what? Screw that. Let's take a look at how does Alba feel about Chris and how does Chris feel about Alba, and we will end it there. So, how does Alba feel about Chris? New perspective, having patience. She's gonna how does she see Chris? There's some sort of event coming up here within the next few weeks that is gonna really make her look at him in a different light. Why is this? Because she's looking at him as like, I need to reevaluate where you stack on my life right now. Whether this is just due to her having a kid and and him being a dad, because from a material influence, she's like, I need to think about this. Like, new ideas, what to do, where do I want to go? How does she see Chris? Like, it seems like there's an event coming up here within the next 2 to 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks here. I feel like 2 to 3. Not 2 to 3. Maybe it is 3 to 4. But like the next month or so. And it's going to make her really reevaluate who he is, what he does, what he says. Maybe there's a lie in here or something that he says to get money. There's something weird going on here, because the hopes and fears is she's disconnecting. She is holding back a lot of secrets, and she's missing some information as well. And like, this is her hopes and fears. It's like she just wants to be kept in the dark, or she wants to stay in the dark, because there's something going on here between her and him. She knows some secrets about Chris that I don't think he knows that she knows, or if he does know, he's like, I don't want those coming out, because the unseen obstacle, again, here's the Magician. Upright, wanting to communicate. This is somebody who's like a master manifester, someone who can speak inspired action. How does she feel about him? It feels like whatever he says goes. Like he's really good. He can command a room. Because the negative influence as well is that, yeah, oh boy, does Chris have some self doubt issues, self esteem issues, and then like because of that, he takes it out or gets into like this mopey like part of him where he's like mopey mope. Like think Captain America, but like Steve. Like actual Steve, not Captain America, but Steve before he became Captain America. That's what I'm kind of getting here. Like that's who he kind of is at the core of him. Because what's going for this situation? I also think that she sees him as like he doesn't know what he's doing anymore. It's like, what do I do? Like he's got no direction. It's like, what am I doing with acting? What am I doing for my career? What am I doing with my life? He's not kind of focused at all. And he's facing a lot of opposition into getting other things. Because here in the past, there was something here, vernal equinox, which is spring, right? Like the first day of spring, so that was like 6 months ago, 7 months ago. I don't know if something happened there as well, where it's like they came out of a dark. Did they have like great like? Was the baby a break? Was like the baby a Band-Aid baby? Because I hear it was a Band-Aid baby. I wonder if they're like, okay, we're going to get back together. Like, we had a really bad time, a dark time in our relationship. And then now let's get back together. And it's like, oh, and then now let's have a baby. And then now it's like, we're coming back out of this. And we're going to be all hunky-dory and fine and good. Allegedly. And now here in the future. Ooh, she's looking at where to go next. Is she going to be leaving him? Or she's considering her options when it comes to him. How does she see Chris? She's like, I gotta see if you're the right person here in the future. Because at the bottom, I do think she likes him. I also think that she likes the other person that she sees on the side as well. Allegedly, conspiracy, whatever. Also, I think that she knows he's got another person on the side who he's very much in love with. Allegedly. How does she see Chris? Yeah. So how does Chris see Amal? How does Chris see her? How does Chris see his wife? So let's see. How does Chris see his wife? The stable one in their relationship, grounded, nurturing, detailed, realistic, classy. Very much, she's got this like grandmotherly type of energy that just makes you safe and fun and at home. Why is this as well? How does he see her? Stable, but also volatile. This is super interesting. Reckless, show off. He likes to show, one, I think he likes to show her off, but two, like he grounds her, but then or she grounds him. But also, there's a sense here of he sees her as someone who's like, okay, just because she's very petty. She's very petty. She likes to start fights. She likes to start arguments. She's always getting on his ass. Like, he sees her as amazing, but it's like, you're always getting on my ass. You're always being hyper. You're always doing this. You're always saying that. He also sees her as someone who I think he wears the pants, but she really wears the pants. Like, it's almost like a fight for control between the two of them. Because from a material influence, again, he's looking ahead too with the 5 of coins reversed. Looking ahead, positive changes, recovery. How does he see her? I don't know if they've lost money recently, but it's like he sees her as like she's coming into her own power, her own money, her own resources. Like she's really kind of coming around and doing her own thing. The hopes here is like I think he wants her to get back to work. He wants her to get back to work, become the master of her own craft. Sure, she just had her kid or their kid. And now he's like, well, now I want you to kind of get back to work, go back to your passions, do what you want to do. Unseen obstacles, though. She has somebody, too. How does he see her? He sees her as like she's got somebody that she really likes. He's got somebody that they really like, but they're both married. Like, there's another person here. Because negative influence. They want to maintain this happy picket fence, White House dream. Like, that's who he sees it with. However, what's going for him, or how does he see her? Like, there's some big changes coming with the two of them in terms of money, relationships, status. He's like, this is bad luck, bad opportunity. I don't know if she was the right one, because this for him feels like a karmic relationship. Here in the past, again, they had a test of faith. Courage, boundaries, grit, determination, holding the line, persistence. Did these two have, like, again, I'm seeing last year, like around springtime, did these two have like a really bad like winter, and then into spring they're like, let's get back together? As it feels like this is like an on and off again. Like, if they feel on and off again, they feel like we're together, then we're not. We're together, then we're not. Like, we're always fighting. Hormones are all over the place. Like, this is a volatile kind of relationship. At least it was in the past. Then she got pregnant. And then now here in the future, how is he seeing her? Overloaded. Done. Almost there. Are these two breaking up? Because both of these, he also thinks that she's got inner child issues, like she's going to use the kid against him. Like, these two are not happy. Like, I don't see, energetically they're still together, kinda. However, these two have two different paths that they really need to go down. Again, I would not be shocked if they're divorced here soon or separating, and they're kind of just testing the waters right now, because these two are so on and off again. They're toxic. They got this going on. They got that going on. They're trying this. They're trying that. They're having a Band-Aid baby. This is not a solid relationship to me. So that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm feeling. If y'all enjoyed, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your own thoughts, opinions, and conclusions down below. If you would like, if there's like a 3-heart ring around the rosy emoji, put that down below. I would really appreciate it. Or just a heart or a broken heart. I would really appreciate the engagement on my videos. Otherwise, if you would like to book a personal reading with me or join YouTube members, you can do so using the links down below. Otherwise, I really just want to say a great big thank you to everyone who's been watching. And I hope to see you all in the next video. So thank you. Oh, and quick reminder, if you would like, I am running a special $10 reading deal on my website right now, here until it's going to be open here till November 15th. So if you want to go check that out, feel free. Otherwise, thank you again, and I hope to see you all in the next one. So thank you, and bye.